Well, we were very lucky to be chosen as one of the centers to be visited by NAC. NAC is having their national convention here in Orlando the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. And they offer to other directors from around the United States the opportunity to visit centers in the area that are considered very high standard centers. So I was called and asked if we'd be willing to let them come and visit, and I said yes. And so they will be here on the 22nd in the morning. Approximately 50 dignitaries will be coming through the center to see our school. You have to meet their criteria, which means that your standards are above other schools. For example, ratios are extremely low in a center like ours. Every single subject matter is covered as far as what you have to teach and what you have to do. Room size is covered, group size is covered. Oftentimes they're looking at the quality of the interactions between the teachers, and there's actual a form that they come out and they observe you. They also do parent surveys to ask parents how they feel about the center and are the standards being met. Are they given the opportunity to speak to the director at any time? Can they have an input into what happens to their child? All those types of things are addressed. Because they see that we're a fine center, which I feel we are. Our last visit, they came out to visit, and we just had a couple little things they asked us to tweak. But basically, they were very pleased with the interaction of the teachers with the children. They saw a lot of good learning taking place. They saw a lot of time that was well spent, rather, on a one-to-one with children and not just the teacher here and all the kids there. And I think that the person who did our evaluation, when they went back, I think they told them, that this was a very good center and that there was a lot of good things. Many, and they only chose 2 in the Orlando area. And I'm not sure which the other center was. I have a feeling it might have been a large center that I'm familiar with that has a lot of financial help, and they probably have a much more expensive looking center than ours. But I think we are gaining this based on the interactions of our children. Right now we have 84 enrolled, and we have 20 teachers. We have teachers that have been here over 30 years. We have a couple of teachers that are in their 29th year. I would say about 30% of our staff has been here more than 10 years. Yes, it is. In this business, it really is. Usually, if at this center, I've found that if they stay the first year, they're really happy and they continue to stay. But in a lot of centers, the turnover is much more frequent. Having someone 4 or 5 years is quite a feat. We have an art show coming up on the 12th, which is on a Friday. It'll be at 3 o'clock, and all the children will be displaying their art. This is our 17th annual art show, and every year it's better than the year before. You would be very surprised at what children are able to do. It's beautiful. We auction off the pieces that are done jointly by the children. We have some art pieces that are fashioned after an artist. For example, they may be doing a painting that has to do with Matisse and Matisse's style. That will be auctioned off to the parents. The individual art is actually for the parents. And some of it we do ask for a donation, and so we make a little bit of money to defray the cost of the art show from that. I think all centers face some unique problems in that when children reach a certain age and they're ready to transition to the next group, so you've got this constant flow, whereas in a public school situation, everybody starts on September and ends in June. We don't have that here. So it's a balancing act to make sure that all the kids get into the right classroom and the teaching staff and their interaction with the kids. And you can't, it's the relationship they have with children, you cannot teach. It is not something you learn at college. It is something that you feel. And I believe the interaction here is the best interaction between children and teachers I've seen in any center. After a while, you don't hear it as much. There are times, however, though, that I will hear a baby and I get up and go pick them up because I don't like to hear them cry.